no secret. I wanna.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first game of this cup match. We have Gentlemen in Underwear versus Athletico. This should be an absolutely amazing match for the night. Alright, so looking through the teams, we have for Gentlemen in Underwear, we have Deals, Emorin, Mugi, Tyreal, and Crude. And for Athletico, they are fielding Todd, Neofighter, Schmed, Silex, and Chief for tonight's match. GIU are on the attack first, while Athletico will be defending. And Athletico are going to choose the laundry room and supply room for their first defense. Alright, so we have Castle, Bandit, Jaeger, Smoke, and Mira for the defensive lineup. And GIU are going to be running Glaz, Capital, Buck, Thatcher, and Habana for the attack. We are on Oregon tonight, guys, for our first map. And the beautiful thing about Oregon is you can take both upstairs and the basement. First off, it is just up to there is no clear better bomb site. It is just up to your personal preference as to which one you take. And Athletico clearly going to be favoring the bottom. Now, as we can see here, we have Athletico going to be reinforcing the left side wall here, and they put the mirror on it. You can either do the left or the right. I personally prefer the right, and I know a lot of people do because it gives you an easier way out. However, left gives you a better line of sight down through onto the little gap here where you normally plant up on top of the washing machine or even just behind it. So it's personal preference. It is also a bit more of a death trap if you're standing on the left here because you have no way out. What else are we seeing here at the moment? We have a trench, bunker reinforcement, blue room reinforcement. We have only the front hatch and the wall being reinforced. We are lacking a thermite here, so they may not go for that wall. And as we can see, we have, whoops, wrong side. Deals is already in upstairs 30 seconds into the game, while Emorin has just finished droning and will now move into the armory by the looks of it. Emorin all along rocking his trademarked silencer on every weapon that he runs. You ask him about it, he'll always give you this answer. Meanwhile, Mugi has just dropped from the game, unfortunately. It is too late for the rehost. And so we will have to do a rehost at the end of this match if he does not reconnect. Crew just checking the stairwell, and we'll actually pop the side here. This is really good. This means this will pop both the hatch and that little corner there. As yep, there it goes off. They did manage to shoot out, by the looks of it, 2 or maybe even 1 of the barn hatches, so they don't get the full nice strats of the full nice line of sight, sorry. And we do have Neofighter being taken out by Deals on this Glaz. Schmed is currently sitting in the meeting hall. He's been droned out, so they do know he is there. Todd is also currently in the bathroom corridor here. He is being slowly crushed. We have the mirror wall actually up in the kitchen there. Just got popped by, I don't know, popped by Emorin. And Schmed takes out Tyreal.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
As Deals still upstairs along with Emorin, shooting through the floor, seeing who they can find. As Crude walks straight into Chief in the corner. He now has the diffuser, and the web will go out. The diffuser is in meeting hall. I expect most people to be going out on the roam. It's actually a very heavy roam strat here. It was a 4-man roam with only Silex holding sight on this smoke with the anchor, with his disruption. Everyone else roaming to try and pick up GIU. So it is all up to Emorin and GIU here. It's a 2 versus 4, and they do head down the stairs. And alright, so Schmed does pick up the double kill right there, and we are going to go for a rehost as GIU do pick up the first round here, guys. We will be right back in just a minute. Hello everyone and welcome back to our continuation of GOU versus Athletico. We did have a rehost because Mugi was unable to get into the game. As you can see up the top of the score, it's currently 1-0 to Atletico. I will not be updating that score. Actually, no, you know what? I will keep it updated. No, I won't actually. We can add at the rehost. We are at 1-0, and you guys can keep manually adding from the in-game scores. Now, as we look back, we are going to see GRU defend the laundry and supply room as well. Atletico did just successfully defend this, and we are going to have Jaeger, Bandit, Mira, Smoke, and a Valkyrie for this. For the defensive lineup out of GIU, and Atletico are going to be running an Ash, Thatcher, Hubana, Blackbeard, and Buck for their lineup. As we see here, we do see Deals reinforce the other side of the wall, which is my favorite side, and you see an ADS being planted on the back of the kitchen cabinets there. What else do we have? We have the blue bunker being reinforced by Emo-Rin. We have rotate holes being made from the meeting hall into the kitchen. Tyrell is doing that, and we see a lot of barbed wire on the upstairs section. Does look like we are going to have someone defend upstairs. Moody is going to defend upstairs with a reinforcement into kids' dorms there. That is very interesting. We'll have to see how that comes into play. Just that single reinforcement. And he does have a rotate hole into attic from both sides as well. So GIU with the full rotations here, looking to pick up everyone. Alright. Oh, and Mugi with a very quick peek. Out of top. I do want to say that was out of armory. Picked up, who was that? Who was that? Chief. It's Chief. Of course it's Chief. He picks up Chief very quickly there. A nice kill, and that is the Thatcher gone. That means if they are having to deal with bandits right now. And Schmed does take out Mugi as he tries to re-peek out of somewhere. And Schmed says, not today. Takes him out. Schmed also looking through the hall. We'll find Emo-Rin here, as I think Todd found him as well. Emo-Rin may be in a bit of trouble. Is holding a very tight angle into the garage here. Todd might actually just peek this out. He's got Schmed coming up on his 6 though. He is going to be sandwiched here, and Emo-Rin is going to have to make a very good play if he wants to get out of this alive. As you do hear the front door get knocked out by Todd as well, so now there's an additional angle for him to worry about. All of a sudden, Emo-Rin is collapsing here. He gets spotted and he just pieces out of there. Goes straight back down to the basement, and Todd fails to pick him up there when he perhaps should have. He sees the bandit battery and just takes it out a little bit awkwardly. And bandit battery just sticking out there. We have Neofighter looking through the kids' dorm floor right now. Through the hatch. Currently looking at the rotate hole. Into the kitchen below him. Finds no one. Drops down. And Schmed runs just by him. They've cleared it all out. But meanwhile, Ty is all the way at the back here on these back stairs. He might come into play soon enough if they don't push him. Or they don't see him there. Schmed's drone goes and checks upstairs. They don't see him, but Crew does down Todd. And he is taken out.
Have located a bomb.
Neofighter and Silix just peeking in here, seeing what they can find. It is currently a 3-on-4 in GIU's favor. Lots of flashes coming out. Emo-Rin does not get flashed by either or. He is just sitting here waiting to hear the drop sound at the moment. Deal's currently sitting behind his mirror as well, waiting for Silix to appear, or at least hear him, and then he will be telling Emo-Rin to go for it. Meanwhile, Crude is, Neofighter was the one I wanted to go to. Neofighter is currently upstairs as well, still peeking around, seeing what he can find. He is going to run back down to this hatch and try and hold it. Meanwhile, Schmed will hold his side. As Crude actually could be very impactful here from the flank. We see the flank go down by Silix. The smoke nade missed it. Although Neofighter does quickly walk into it. Crude picks up Neofighter, but Schmed trades straight back onto Crude. Emo-Rin takes out Silix. It's now all down to Schmed here. And Emo-Rin will take him out through the hatch. And that is second round now going over to GIU. They're now tied 1-1 with a fantastic defense from both sides. Very one-sided on the defense so far. Both making an absolute crazy, crazy hold. Alright, we are seeing Kids Dorms and Main Hall being taken for Athletico here, while we do have Pulse, Bandit, Smoke Mirror, and Jaeger coming out for Athletico, with a Buck, Capital, Glaz, Thatcher, and Habana for Gentlemen in Underwear on the attack. Interestingly, GIU is still choosing to run the Glaz, even though this is post-nerf. Which means that he will absolutely be weaker. He requires a lot more body shots to get the kill. You do need to be much more accurate with him. If, you need to land these headshots to keep doing just these Glaz things. And we'll have to see how Athletico plan on setting up for this. We have a double reinforcement onto the armory wall there. We have the far side of attic into tower being reinforced. And downstairs, wrong button there, downstairs we have a Habana wall in the kitchen here. Very common defense. Will completely stall the western side attack, as you do need to deal with this person here, or else it will make your day exceptionally hard. And we do have a full reinforcement into lockers as well. I do expect to see a couple of people roaming out of Athletico. I expect to see one in kitchen, one in meeting hall and or tower, and one probably just hanging around here, maybe classroom or lockers. We do see Schmed hanging around the bathroom, and Neo will be in kitchen with Chief in meeting hall. So that is exactly how you do play this map. Do play the spawn site 3-man roamers. We do actually have Todd in the basement already. On this pulse, looking to try and get a nice flank on GIU as they attack. Mugi is going to be trying to take straight upstairs. This is something you don't see often. He tries to pepper through the wall. Unfortunately, the reinforcement that was being set up was already to the roof, and so he just hits the reinforcement. The mirror wall does go down on a bed. Silex with the pocket sniper will take off Mugi's head. And that is the first kill of the round going down, and they lose their buck. So they've lost all power to go below. And unless they just shoot out. So you see Silex actually shoot before as well. That is odd. With the Glaz here, they are going to do a B push by the looks of it from their setup. So they are pushing to take tower, take control of attic, and then you move into B site via the windows. Which is what we're seeing here. We will see Deals actually take out the... Oh, he almost hit someone through the wall. Who was that? That was Silex. He just saw just a little bit too late there. By the skin of his teeth, Silex gets away. Emorin now looking through a Valcol, does not pick anyone, but Schmed takes off Deals' head, and that is the Glaz off. As Neofighter does take out Crude now, and the diffuser is dropped by GIU. We are sitting on a 2 vs 5 now. Ty and Emorin have a lot of work to do. Emorin, the master of clutches on GIU, with his silencer, often really good at killing people. And Ty looking to try and sneak the diffuser. He does get it and backs off. That was pretty dangerous. Someone does try to shoot him through the kitchen though. Very unsuccessfully. He is going to go back up to the double window by the looks of it and see what he can peek. But we do have Silex currently holding this side. He does quite get a shot. He does take a couple of shots at Silex. Silex backs out, but so does Ty. Ty runs back around to the... Oh no, he is all the way back at the double window again. Just Smokes here. I wonder what he's trying to achieve here. Smoke Neg comes out with 30 seconds left, and it blocks off the window. Emorin and Ty are both here as well. The flashbangs do come out. They pick up both ADSs. Emorin jumps into the smoke. A second smoke goes off. He makes all his way through it, but Schmed cleans him up from the side as Ty now is in a world of pain. He's being shot from behind, but Neofighter picks him up from the back. And our run of defenders, our run of defense winning continues again as Neofighter pops out of the lockers and just takes off Ty's head for the round win. And it is now 2-1 to Athletico. And we do have Kidstorm and Main Hall being picked up by GIU. Let's have a quick look through the scores. We have Schmidt on 4-0 and 1, Neofighter on 2-0 and 1, Silex on 1-2 and 1, Todd on 0-1 and 1, and Chief with the double donuts and 1. Meanwhile, Emorin is on 2-0 1, Crude 2-0 and 2, Mugi on 1-0 and 2, Ty on 0-1-1, and Deals on the double donut 1. Now, this actually doesn't carry over from the first round we had. That was very Athletico-sided. I think they only lost one person that round. So you do have to take it into account, it is not finalized. And let's see how GIU are going to be setting this one up as well. You see the rotate hole into attic, and they are going to reinforce the far side of attic as well. Probably take out the hatch there, I would imagine as well. We see the reinforcement being put up. GIU are missing the mirror that Athletico did have in the last game. It didn't come into effect because GIU did not choose to attack from the western side, and I would argue that this one didn't have an impact either because the smoke was the one who picked up the kills on the A site window.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
So I'd argue that the mirror wasn't exactly impactful, but she is definitely useful in this hold. It can be very good. It can be very well placed. We do actually have Emo in choosing to spawn peek here. Let's see what he sees. He is waiting for people to run past. He won't see anyone though, as no one is going to actually run past there. Yep, no one for a country mile around there. And let's have a look at where they are planning. We have, I think we're going to see a very heavy B take here out of Athletico from their spawn sites because they've already taken control of. They've already taken control of tower here. They are going to push into attic to try and push them out of attic, take control of attic, and then that will allow them to push up into the B site window here. You see Silex placing his claymore, trying to hide as many of the as many of the red lines for the claymore as he can. If you hide both of them and they run into the third one there, it does still blow up. All three does not have to be present for it to blow up. And but we do see a mild west take here coming out of Athletico after all. Schmed and Neofighter push into the kitchen. Just as they make them think they're going to do a B take here. Looks like they have split their force. Emo Rin currently trying to hold a very tight angle from the main stairs into classroom. Crude takes out Silex for the first kill of this round. And that is an attacker going down. We could well see defense continuing to run its domination. Mugi, could almost lose his head there. Neofighter tries to take a couple of shots through the wall, does not hit him. And Schmed does take out deals there. Schmed is on the Roma hunt here. The grenade almost kills him from above there. He does decide to Ashley barbed wire instead of trying to melee it. And he throws out his drone just to be sure to see what he can find. He finds more barbed wire at the top of the stairs. And he sees someone, he sees Moogie standing in the doorway. They do try to shoot him and he does leave. And he has run into the bunk dorms there. And it is now up to Schmed to try and deal with him. He knows a rotate hole is there, so he thinks Moogie could very well be here. Moogie can hear him at this point, and he peeks and takes out Schmed. Just like that. And it is now 3 versus 4 here, as Deals has fallen on that pulse as well. Neofighter does take out Moogie, as Moogie does try to fight a Blackbeard. And he does lose his shield, but Chief goes down right next to him. Neofighter puts on his second shield, but the smoke comes out, and it does get the double kill on both Chief and Neofighter. Ty with a beautiful smoke there. He does try to smoke. He does use both these smokes to put his cover off. He is trying to look for the diffuser right now, as it has been placed, and Todd is covering it right now on this buck. However, Crude will take him out, and Athletic and GIU, sorry, will secure the 2-2 all at the moment, as defensive continues to keep going.
Mission successful.
And we do head into round number 5 now, this is. And we see the basement reopen for Athletico, as the top is now locked for them. And we will have a Castle Neofighter, a Castle Bandit, Smoke Mirror, and Jaeger coming in for Athletico, where we will have Ash, Glaz, Thatcher, Habana. And they are debating what Emo Ring will be. Last time he was, I believe he was Capitao, however he's Blackbeard now.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, so the castle is actually interesting on the basement defense. You don't see it an awful lot. You normally see castle on the upstairs defense in this round, in this map, but not necessarily the basement defense. It does have its uses. I would expect to see probably that castle, yep, right there. And I would expect to see probably this door castle in the meantime. And probably I would also castle maybe that door there from rear tower. But we'll have to see where they go. They could also actually castle off this door here. I wouldn't advise it though, as... Or maybe they could even... No, they wouldn't do that, as it is a means of their rotation. Maybe castle off this door here. That's probably what I would do. And we will have to see where they go, as GIU is already in. With less than 30 seconds left, GIU have already made their way in, and Moogie picks up Silex for the first kill, and as the defense operator gone, that's actually smoke gone, as GIU have actually just rushed side here, and Ty does have the diffuser. It is currently going down in a smoke. Crude picks up Chief. This is a very quick plan. Crude takes out Todd. All of a sudden, it's a 2 vs 5 here. Neo and Schmed have a lot of work to do, and they are time pressured, as GIU have taken the roam heavy strat against them, and Crude takes out Schmed. It is now all down to Nerofighter, and he has 5 people to find and a diffuser to kill here. I don't think he will be able to do it. Deals around the corner will take him out, and GIU pick up the first attack. Win with a fantastic rush onto site. Didn't wait for anything, rushed straight through the front door, made the adaptation, said, okay, Athletico are going to play a very roam heavy strat now. They only leave 1 person on site. Let's rush in, deal with him, put the plant, and then cover all our entrances. And that's exactly what they did, and it worked wonders. The smoke was unable to answer a 5-man rush, and then they just set themselves around the perimeter while they got the plant. They perfectly executed it. Atletico was not ready to deal with it, and they just picked off the roamers one by one as they came back into sight. As Atletico were not prepared for that, and they did not know how to deal with the with all the pressure that was straight up exerted onto the poor old smoke. And let's see what GIU does now, as they are going to run the exact same setup as last time, I believe. We are now currently 3-2 to GIU. And if history continues to repeat itself, we will see GIU. We will see GIU win this if our
attackers have recovered.
so what I'm looking for.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
I've just had a brain fart, guys. It happens when I have to talk a lot. But we are going to see Imorin sit in the garage here. See if he can pick anyone up. Todd might actually drone him out here, as Todd's drone does go into the basement. He's there. Now he sees Imorin in the corner of the floor, and we'll have to see what happens to Imorin as he does adjust, ditch out.
Reloading mag.
Goes onto the stairwell. Chief drone does see him. He does miss it though. And Imorin will take out the will finally take out the drone, as he's been droned out a lot this game. They put a lot of pressure on to finding him. And Schmed takes out Ty there from the cross. They are going to look for Imorin here, as they do need to deal with him, as they head back down. He is going to try and pick the warehouse, and Todd, sorry, puts some shots on him. He goes down to about 30 health, and he does get back into sight here. He will now sit and wait for everyone else to come to him, as GIU is slowly collapsing back onto site. Moogie into the meeting hall along with Crude. They have a lot of work to do between the two of them, and they have to they're going to have a lot of pressure put on them soon enough, as Schmed is looking to push in. We do actually see Crude leave, and he is going to go downstairs and join back onto site again, and leave Moogie to his own devices here, as he does get droned out, so he is forced to leave. Silex is droning him out, looking for him still, and he finds him, finds exactly where he is. Moogie is pushed back even further at this point. He will hold a very tight angle, as Schmed does actually push into him. He does not know where Moogie is at this point. Neofighter is also looking to push in. One of them will find him eventually. We'll have to see who he is. And Moogie actually takes a couple of shots at Schmed there. Schmed does reply, but misses. Neofighter's
located a bomb.
Shield was damaged, and Moogie leaves even more, as he is exceptionally low now. Moogie is pushed back even more. Todd is currently up in the attic doing, I'm not sure what. Maybe waiting for the rotation through the back, seeing what he can find. Neofighter does take out Emo Rin, and finally, he also downs Deals there, as Deals was throwing a C4. Moogie does trade back onto Silex, though. And Moogie then takes out Neofighter from an unexpected place. All of a sudden, it is a 3 versus 2. And Moogie pre-fires Chief as he comes in. Moogie getting all these kills with only about 10 health here. This is incredible by Moogie. Todd is above him now, and he will shoot him through the floor. It is now all down to Crude. He has 2 people to kill. He is holding a very tight angle onto the site, and neither Todd or Schmed have the diffuser. It is down in the ground, actually. They have 15 seconds left to find it and try to plant it. Schmed is going to drop. He does die to Crude, and Todd is going to try and go for the kill here, as he does not have time to plant. And Crude will take him out, and that is now 4-2. And we are now 4-2 to GIU with match point, with a fantastic hold out of GIU. A very close game. A very close game. All the rounds have been exceptionally close, with the exception of that rush round by GIU. We'll have to see what Athletico will do at this point.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
To see if they do adapt to the rush from GIU. They haven't made any operator changes, so we have Jaeger, Miro, Smoke, Bandit, and Castle again coming out of Athletico. While we are going to have Buck, Capital, Glaz, Thatcher, and Habana coming out of GIU. Well, they swapped out the Blackbeard for Capital again. And we'll have to see what they will do. Let's see if the castles actually come into effect here. Let's actually follow Todd and see what he's done. He is holding currently 2 of his castles. He puts the second one down. So the first one goes onto the construction entrance. The second one went down onto the side door of B site there. And the third one does go onto the back wall. So now GIU, let's see what they do. They have spawned over onto a different side this time. So they're not rushing side, at least not from the front entrance again. As they do drone out top floor. Looking for these roamers, however, Athletico is playing a very different game to what they were last time. No, I lie, they do have the 4-man roamers with Silex sitting back onto side again. And but they're holding very different angles, and they are just waiting for the rush to come in from GIU. They have prepared for it, holding slight angles forward. Neofighter in this basement, probably feeling very crushed off at the moment, as Crude and Tyrell are both about to drone him. He gets the double drone. He takes out one. The second one he cannot find. And what happened to Crude's drone there? Oh, and Moogie from above him, and he will down him and finally take him out. But Moogie takes half his health in reply. He does reload his weapon. And Chief now is going to be very worried from the kitchen, as it will come out from above him. Todd not going to push upstairs either. Crude in the garage will take it out, and Impact Nade comes out from Todd to try and get it. Crude does try to shoot Todd. Takes out about 75% of his health. Todd now tries to get the cross, but Crude will take him out, and that is the castle gone. Schmed gets shot through the wall by Crude, however he does miss it. As we are sitting on a 3v5 at the moment, and that is Emorin through the wall, I think, did try to take out Moogie. Crude does take out Schmed, and Moogie will get picked up. No, sorry, not Emorin. I think that was Schmed through the wall, sorry. Silex downstairs. It will actually pick up the down Chief here. If he makes it out alive, Crude drops, picks him up, and Silex doesn't kill him, pulls out the shotgun, but Crude takes him out, and then Silex will take out Crude. And what a fantastic round. As we do have a GIU picking up the win here by Athletico. And just having a quick look through the scores there. I just have to swap these around. Just having a quick look through the scores there, guys. There was a very even game, a very nice game, and a very good game, very close. But Athletico, that does end their night in this cup, while GIU will move forward. Having a quick look at the rest of the bracket to see what has updated. We do have Surge has moved on to take out Aftermind, who did beat Pure. Scylla did beat Apples to Mouth, while Unshaken did beat Conspiracy. Vizard moved on against No One. Obsidian versus Tactical Frisbee is still going on, and Call of Day will move on to verse Gentleman in Underwear. I think that will be the game I will cast now, guys. And just hold on tight, and we'll see you guys shortly.